Hey guys, now we all know that the Epic Game Store can't compete with Steam in overall features. Now this chart has been floating around the internet for a while to highlight that, but the Epic Game Store has recently released a development roadmap for the upcoming features. So I just wanted to make a very short informative video on the upcoming updates for the Epic Game Store, but we have a lot of things to go over, so let's get started immediately. Let's quickly go over the recently shipped features, being the store search option. Now, I honestly didn't realize they didn't have it because their current list of available games isn't that long, and I kinda take a search bar for granted this day and age. They also added the free game notification. Now, let's be honest, most of us actually have the Epic Games Launcher installed either for Fortnite or for the free games you can unlock every 2 weeks. So yeah, this notification is just very handy. You also have the code redemption improvements. They changed the code actually behind the code redemption, mainly to enable support for retail physical discs, so they can also be unlocked right now in the Epic Game Store. The collection and bundles, this is mainly to have the ability to group different products, like for example portraying the main game and its DLC on the same page. The offline mode functionality, now this one has probably been one of the most sought after features. Now the ability to not always having to be online when you play a game, everybody wants that. Now when the launcher actually asks you to sign in, you can just choose to sign in later and skip immediately to your games. This isn't as smooth as I'd like for the moment, but spoiler alert, they will make improvements that should be done by July. Now then you actually have the enabling of preloading, so the ability to preload your pre-ordered game before it launches. And of course the regional pricing, which is actually very important for all non-US citizens. The publisher of games normally decide on the price of their game depending on the region, since the disposable income of an American family isn't the same as in Russia or Brazil, for example. Before they actually introduced regional pricing, the prices were fixed for every region on the disposable income of US citizens, which actually was a lot higher in certain regions compared to their competitors, like a physical retail or for example Steam. Let's get into the upcoming features, but don't forget these targets may yet change, so take these with a pinch of salt. In May, they will do the install of management under the hood overhaul. This is basically just gonna try to speed up the startup and the reducing of memory usage, and also paving the way for new library management features into the future. Improved DLC support, multi-SKU, that's mainly gonna be support for downloadable content. The cloud saves are probably next to the offline mode the most other sought after feature. Right now, if you remove your game from your PC for whatever reason, most likely you lose your in-game progress. Cloud saves mean that if you deinstall or whenever you reinstall a game on another PC, you will actually still be in the same place as you were before removing the game. Add-on purchase checks, they kinda actually mean protection from yourself with this. If you want to buy DLC for a game you don't own, this will just stop you before doing that. It will just say, hey dude, you don't have that game, so why would you buy the DLC? In June, they will actually add store video hosting. So right now, the videos you actually see in the in-game store are actually YouTube videos. With this, they'll actually host the trailers on their own servers. It's kind of a protection since you won't need to contact an exterior site to see a trailer. So the external site won't actually receive any data from your PC either. It's just privacy stuff, and it will actually make, in general, all the entire flow more flowy. Now the search by jar and tags, hey, want to see more simulation games? Click here and you'll see all these simulation games, basically. The store page redesign, now even though the game is actually almost brand new because it's a brand new store, they want to give the publishers more freedom on how to present their game. Also introduce a better general presentation for the DLC and the different game states, like for example early access or beta. In July, they will add improvements to the offline modes, like I mentioned this one earlier, mainly streamlining that skips sign-in experience. They will also improve the patch sizes. So apparently Epic Games actually optimize their patch sizes for their own games like Fortnite, and they want to make this option also possible for third-party games. The player playtime tracking is just, when you just want to brag or become depressed on how much time you've spent playing a specific game. Yeah. The Humble Bundle integration. Just a funny word, Humble Bundle. Previously you just had to copy paste your codes from the Humble Bundle site, and this patch will just make that a thing of the past. Now let's talk into the midterm features. They will probably update the launcher with these between 4 to 6 months from now. User reviews are probably one of the most important ones for me. Before I even consider getting a game, I'm always reading reviews from big websites like PC Gamer, but also the reviews from ordinary players. So I'm really glad to see they'll introduce this into the future. I really think this is a must-have for any gaming store, whatever actually store, any online store. Wish lists. So this is probably important for this is actually important for players, obviously. If you like a game but you don't want to buy it yet for whatever reason, just add them to your wish list so you don't forget about them. But I actually believe it's more important for creators of unreleased games. By just knowing how many people have added your unreleased game to their wish list gives you already some idea of how many people may actually buy it. The newsfeed and follow improvement, the abilities to subscribe to your game's newsfeed so you can stay updated on their progress or upcoming updates, why not? The price adjusting bundles, just if you want to buy a bundle of games or a game and all of its DLC at once, but you already own some of it, the price will automatically changes and will just bill you for the parts you don't have yet. The additional payment methods, these are going to be very local payment methods depending on your region, so I don't have too much information on that one. The additional currencies, they are just going to improve the regional pricing. This is going to be mainly for the Brazilian real and the Australian dollar. Mod support for games, who doesn't like some good mods? Like add a T-Rex to a Slime Rancher, why not? Someone should actually do that. Epic Games overlay, this is just going to be support for in-game overlay. You press a certain combination, it pops up. It also enables further functionality for voice, for friend lists, and in-app purchases for games. And then you actually have the library improvements. This is just going to give you more sorting options for the store and library, in addition to support for moving installs or rediscovering existing installs folders. And then of course you have the long term, so these are going to be updated or planned to release at least more than 6 months from now, which are the achievements. You know what this is. I know what this is. We all know what this is. Then we have the shopping cart, when you want to buy a lot of game at once, why not? The direct carrier billing, which actually just means gives you the ability to pay for your purchase through a mobile app on your smartphone. And then you actually have the social overhaul, which is going to be improving and speeding up the speed and stability of the social features, like for example your friends list. They will also want to add the following in the future, but the Epic Games haven't decided on a timeline for them just yet. And these are going to be the automated refunds, the Arabic store translation, and the gifting and the Android store. So that's about it. In some way I'm kind of disappointed that I don't see a brand new feature, something no one else has, like a little show pony just to say, hey guys, look what I have but you don't. They're not really doing something new. But in retrospect, actually Epic Games actually have a lot of catching up to do with a titan like Steam, for example, so I don't blame them either for that. I kind of liked making this video because I didn't realize how many kind of features users expect you to provide them with. I mean, just look at this list, it's huge. But yeah, anyway guys, if you like this type of content, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you want to hear more of my sexy voice, be sure to subscribe. Till next time guys, see ya!